Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Okay, traders, welcome back. Welcome back to this session on support and resistance levels. Now, as I talked about in how to read the weekly chart module just before this, I really like to use the support and resistance tool on the weekly chart, because these are going to give me, once again, areas that I can look at and look for. Okay, so how support and resistance areas are simply areas of where the market has paused or reversed at. Okay, so simply put, you can see down the bottom here. Okay, see the bottom here where it went bounced off here and then it bounced off here. This area here is known as the support level. So if I bring it up and draw a trend line there, this is known as a support level. Okay, if the markets ran up and made a peak, and made up, it paused and or reversed, so the market came up, paused, and then started reversing, this peak up here now becomes a resistance level. Okay, you can see up the top here, and you can see this resistance level. Now, when I'm drawing my trend lines, I'm trying to get as many touches as possible on that trend line, because we use the trend lines as a guide that where the market might be using as resistance in the markets. Okay, so if we are, let's just look at this here. Let me just bring this chart up here. If we're looking at this chart here, okay, let me just scroll back to. Let's go back to this section here, okay? You can see here how the market ran up and it hit resistance. Now this trend line was up here and there, okay? And you can see here it hit resistance once, hit resistance twice, hit resistance 3 times. So you can see how the market, when it rejected it, you know that the market has now hit resistance. And so further, we wanna, that's now become resistance, okay? So the market's actually pausing at there, and that resistance caused it to fall away, okay? And then suddenly you can see here that where the market makes a low point, like over here, the market makes a low point and then becomes support. It comes down. You can see it's struggling to get past here, and it holds up. Okay, so these lines are support or resistance. Now, support or resistance are horizontal like that, or they're vertical. Vertical simply means, if I just open this chart up a little bit more, that one, you can have it where the support starts from the bottom here and works the way up. Okay, so just what I'm doing here is I'm just connecting the low points through here. Okay, or what it could be doing is so that's going up for the support on the if the market's going up, or support or resistance can act as if the market's going down as well too. Okay, like that. Now if I just extend my trend line up through here, you can see this point here where the market hit resistance. Or start at this point, it hit resistance 1, hit resistance twice, hit resistance. So you can see this trend line here for this whole time, which this is 1, 2 and a bit years of worth of data on the weekly chart I'm looking at here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So you can see how this is the reason why you're looking at these areas, because look, it struggled and then finally broke through and then came down. Makes sense? So that's support and resistance areas where if the market bounces off an area like this on a weekly chart and starts to make a trough, this area through here, okay, this area through here is where you want to be careful of if the market, because this market could support it. If the market runs up towards these areas of this sort of vertical, or this sort of like a 45-degree angle coming down or 45-degree angle coming up, they're areas of resistance where the market's resisting, or supporting the market up. Okay, so that's support and resistance. Now let's actually take this one step further. Support and resistance sometimes do change roles. Let me explain what I mean here. Okay, let me open this chart right up. As you can see, right, that this area here on the weekly chart, the market ran up. Okay, it ran up, hit resistance, and then breaks off. So if this is a resistance line, once it's broken through, then there's a good chance that this resistance, if the market comes down, is now likely to be support. So they change roles. This resistance here, if I bring this over, you can see how this once was resistance, once broken through, now becomes support and then continues up. Makes sense? Okay, that works on for the support level, and it also works for the resistance level. So you can see here, once was resistance, it broke through, now became support, ran up. Now once it actually broke through here, once it broke through this support level, now look at it, struggling, now becomes resistance again, and then down it comes. So these support and resistance lines can change roles and do have a tendency of changing roles all the time. So if I bring this line up through here, you can see this market found support here, found the support here, found support here, broke up, it broke down. Guess what happened? It broke down past this support where it's supporting it, broke down. Now when it came back up, guess what happened? It now tested it as a resistance. Broke back down, came back up, tested it as resistance. Okay, and then you can see here how these levels here really react around, the market reacts around these levels of, you can see the support here, broke through, it broke back up, and you see it started to create a lot of havoc around this area here. Make sense? So that's what can happen on the, that's the support and resistance changing roles. Now it can also happen on the 45-degree angle lines as well too, going up or going down. I'll show you an example on this chart here. You can see here, right, that this resistance line here, it started here and resisted here, resisted here, and resisted here, and resisted here. You can see here, right? So let me just delete these trend lines off here for a minute so we can clearly show you what I'm saying here, okay? So you can see there, right, that so you can see there that this market resisted up here, came down, resisted up here, came down, and then it broke through. Now look at it, it came down, held, and then ran up. So this resistance point through here once was resistance, okay, once was resistance, now became support. So this is resistance and support, and then we're taken to another level where resistance and support change roles. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to go to your chart, and I want you to spend a lot of time on the charts drawing these trend lines from the highs and lows, and start to get really good at it. Give yourself some time. Don't expect to get it straight away, but give yourself some time to understanding the support and resistance lines on the actual chart, because this is a big thing you need to know when you're trading the markets and how to identify these levels. Okay, so anyway, go there right now, and after you've done that, then come back. Once you really understand how to do this and you've got a good handle on this, you know, if you're brand new, you might want to spend a good couple of weeks just on this section here, okay, really getting good at drawing the trend lines, because this is really going to help you identify once again these areas of where the market's likely to be supported, or where the market's likely to resist. And this is going to help you on identification of finding good entry levels and good signals to get in on. Okay, so anyway guys, go do that right now. Go on the chart. You might want to spend a good couple of weeks, as I said before, if you're brand new and this is the first to see. Watch this video over and over and over again. Go over the chart, and how you become good at this is you repetition mother school. Do it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, just draw and draw and draw and draw. Spend a lot of time doing that, and I'll see you in the next module. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.